Hi, this is Nick Inman from VolumeProfileTrader.com. Midday on November 15th, Tuesday. And what we're seeing here is a nice bid up in the market. We broke out of yesterday's highs. Well, not quite the highs, but we broke above yesterday's swing high in the afternoon. We found a low today right in between the point of control over the last 30 days and this week's value area low. We had a nice bottoming pattern, and now we're trying to test the top of the value area and also this resistance line that we've experienced over the last few weeks. So it looks good to be a buyer of the market. It looks like you can have a stop basically below, I would say below this trend line level, and which means if the market came down, let's say tomorrow, to those levels, you could have a stop right around 1235 on the S&P 500, not the futures contract, just the S&P large cap index. So I would say right around 1235, really if you want to get aggressive, 1240, but you could have that problem of getting stopped out just because of some kind of tail. The market comes down and forms a tail like we had 2 hours ago in the market, and so you don't want that to happen to you. But this looks like a potential bottoming pattern. It looks like this triangle pattern is going to come to fruition, and if that's the case, then our first target is 1265, which is only 5 points higher than where we're currently trading, and then above that is 1275, and ultimately 1290 to 1300 on the S&P. So there's some upside potential, and I think it's good to be involved in what's going on. How about this? I'll cover Apple because I talked about it last night, saying it was a buying opportunity, and it's definitely outperforming the market today. So let's check out that really quick. So as we cover Apple, it's the same. It's a little bit of a different picture, but you can see the point of control formed at the top. This is the purple line, formed at 400. We had our break, our down move, and now we're getting a bounce. And I talked about last night how the market ebbs and flows, and what I mean by that is it goes down and up, and it just has that pattern. And right now, last week and up to yesterday, we saw our down move, and it looks like now we have our up move. And so how do you trade this? Well, unfortunately, the target on this is 395, 400. So you can place a stop at Apple under yesterday's lows because we have broken above yesterday's highs. That's a sign of strength. If you want to play this, maybe a way to play this is the 380 by 370 bull put spread, something like that, to capture some premium over the next week, because it's hard to tell if Apple's going to, just the way it's traded, it looks like this 400 level's going to be a hard time for Apple, but it looks good for a potential bounce. So that's why I said, instead of playing for only a little bit of upside what's left, you can play for basically saying Apple's going to hold these lows for the next till Friday and take advantage of Apple that way with some time decay. So this is just a midday market update. I want you to be involved in the market. This looks good. There's some potential upside resistance pretty close, but if you're looking for an upside breakout at that the triangle pattern that we've been talking about, we're there, and we're waiting to see if it's legit or if it's just going to be basically a fake out. So stay tuned, stay involved, but know where your downside risk is. And I think your downside risk is, the risk reward is definitely in your favor from the long side. Even if you do get stopped out, if the market does break out, we're buying at great levels. So I hope this helps. Stay involved in the market and watch your levels.